Brad, Chris Majestic, thank you very much. We'll go back to the main studio in just moments, but first we want to bring in another voice this morning because as the severity of the storms move eastward, we still want to look at our preparations through the afternoon and want to talk about York County. Joining us this morning right now is Malcolm Leirmoe. Sorry, Malcolm, from York County Emergency Management. Malcolm, I know you've been monitoring things this morning. What does the situation look like from where you are?
So right now here in York County, we've got about 180 people who don't have power. There's a few trees down, mostly on the western side of our county. We haven't heard of much going on the eastern side. But right now it seems to be steadying out. It doesn't seem that there are a great deal of impacts from the initial wave of storms that came through just a little bit ago, but we are still monitoring. We're in close contact with the National Weather Service out of Greenville, Spartanburg, and they're keeping us aware of what's coming our way and what may occur.
All right, so have you had to shift into a higher gear at all yet so far?
Thankfully, we have not yet. We were monitoring the situation all through the weekend. We met with our school systems yesterday afternoon. We did a virtual meeting, gave them the information that we had received from the National Weather Service, let them make the decision on what they wanted to do. And then we've been meeting with staff here locally and keeping our employees as aware and updating all of our social media for all of our citizens.
If a tornado does touch down, what is the immediate response? What does that framework look like from York County?
So immediately it's to get that warning out, let as many people know as possible that there is a tornado that has touched down. The more widespread we can let people know, the better, because then we can just go in on the back end and try and let people know where it was localized at. But the best things we can do is get people to go inside to a structure, into the middle of it, and stay there and get out of the potential path of it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of moving pieces with something like this, right? You got to coordinate law enforcement, fire, EMS. How do you keep all of that organized from the back?
So what we try and do is we've got an absolutely wonderful 911 system here, and our dispatchers are the best there is. So we let them handle a lot of the stuff that is your normal day-to-day 911 system. And what we'll do in emergency management is handle the stuff that is directly related to the storms. We'll coordinate the response to the down power lines, to the fallen trees, to anything, a tree on a house, if it has to do with the storm. We'll be coordinating that so that we can take that burden off of our absolutely awesome 911 system.
Okay. And what is your biggest concern for York County residents? What should people be doing right now and not be doing?
The best thing people can do is pay attention. Watch the news, watch the weather, watch our social media accounts. We're going to be pushing out information as quickly as we can, and as I know y'all are going to be doing the same. Today is just going to be one of those days where if you can stay inside the rest of the day, it'd just be best to do that until these storms push out of here and the winds leave. We're just going to keep monitoring and letting people know.
Yeah, I mean, we are not out of the woods yet, but if we do stay into a more long-term response here today, what does that mode look like for you guys?
So it's going to be assisting our first response agencies as much as they need and getting as much information out. That's the name of the game in these situations. And then if there is any widespread damage, we'll assess that afterwards, or as quickly afterwards as possible. But right now it's a monitor and make sure everything's all right, make sure there's no unmet needs throughout our county.
All right, Malcolm, last thought, anything else that people in York County should know and understand about today?
So we are doing our best to make plans for what was to come or what is to come. So if we issue out any warnings or ask you to go inside, please do so. We are doing it with as much information as we have. If things turn out to be not nearly as bad as they were, that's a great scenario, or as they were predicted, that's a great scenario for us. And that's what we just ask is pay attention, watch our social media, watch the news, watch the weather, and react accordingly.
All right. Safe rather than sorry, for sure. From York County Emergency Management, Malcolm Leirmoe, thank you for joining us this morning here.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.